Welcome back everyone to the Cat's Meowth, and I'm not quite sure what to call this video. It's not technically a BCBM buy cards for mail because I didn't really pay for these. It's closer to a TCBM, but since it's from a professional company, I'm not sure if that really qualifies. So, call it whatever you want. This is essentially what I did was I went to CoolStuffInc and I sent them a bunch of cards, got trade credit for it, and then I went on their sale list and was able to buy a lot of cards for my own collection that are older. If you check on my website, TheCatsMeowth.com, there is a section, I believe it's based through Supreme Victors, that has just really old cards. And they're all cards that I currently have in my collection, but they're damaged in some way, and so I was trying to find mint copies of them. Very rarely am I actually, or was I actually ever able to trade for those cards, and some of them were fairly low value cards, just, 50 or 25 cent reverses, and so often if I would get a trade offer for just one of those cards, it really wasn't worth the shipping to actually trade for it. So, with this trade credit deal, I was able to get a nice stack of cards to mint out several sets in my collection. So, let's show these off in smaller increments so that I don't damage them. We have from Neo Genesis a rare Sneasel, a reverse Ampharos from Expedition, rare Arbok, rare reverse Arbok, rare reverse Charizard. Go figure, a Fighting Energy. Poliwhirl. A potion, just another silly card that it killed me that mine was damaged. Pupitar, reverse Vileplume, reverse Wartortle, from Aquapolis, reverse Firecube, reverse Mankey, reverse Nidoking, that's a rare, reverse rare Slowking, from Ruby and Sapphire, reverse Coughing, Lady Outing, Lumberry, oh yeah, now we're into Sandstorm, Lynette's Net Search, Quilava, Wingull, Bagon. Oh, now the Bagon started the Dragon set, Low Pressure System, a Muck EX, from Hidden Legends, a Groudon EX, from Fire Red Leaf Green, Clefable EX, Reverse Doduo, Reverse Great Ball, and a Moltres EX. And I believe that completely, maybe not for the reverse set, but at least for the regular set, gives me a completely near mint Fire Red Leaf Green set. From Deoxys, we have a Reverse Mightyena, Emerald Hariyama, Unseen Forces Reverse Meganium, Legend Maker Armaldo EX, Holon Phantoms Deoxys Reverse, Crystal Guardian Swalot Reverse, a Warp Point. Warp Point was so popular in the TCG that I think all of mine were damaged in some way from playing with them. Not necessarily me, but from other people as well. From Diamond and Pearl, Bidoof, Rhyperior, that's a rare. Steelix is also a rare. Torterra Hollow. Mysterious Treasures Chimcha Reverse. Lapras from Great Encounters. A Pokeball. I had to actually get a Pokeball reverse from Majestic Dawn. Grumpig reverse from Legends Awaken. Tangrowth reverse from Stormfront. Bronzong G. Now this was another very playable card, so it did not surprise me that all the reverses I had were damaged in some way. That's from Platinum, as well as the Squirtle, Rising Rival Special Metal, Tech Machine G, a Weedle, and a reverse Supreme Victors Shroomish. Now, I did order a few other cards from them that actually did have some damage, but I'm going to take a look through my own collection first and see if they're still better than the ones that I currently have. They're not too many, considering all the cards that I got, and in fact, of the many cards that I traded into them, there was a handful. Actually, I can kind of show those off. a handful of cards that when I looked at them on my inspection, and I didn't look at them extremely closely, I suppose. Yeah, I can see kind of. Yeah, you might be able to see the little scuffing right there. Cards that I consider near mint, they did not, so they returned these, and but then I found a few errors with theirs as well. But again, now I can certainly, they do have a return policy, and they're more than happy to correct any errors, but we're going to see if they're still better than the ones in my collection before we make that decision. So this Bastiodon, I don't know if I'm how picky I should be, but there is a little bit of a ding where you can kind of see the hollow coming through right on this side. It's too small. I don't know if you can see it through the on the camera. The haunch crow. We have some scuffing right along the picture. Oh, it was really at the bottom here. You can kind of see the. It's not really edge wear, but it's some like weird scuff or dirt or something that's been scraped along that edge. The Dusclops, now this series, I know I had a lot of issues of this in my own collection. You can see a significant amount of hollow foil coming on the edge there, so some nice little significant edge wear. Actually, you can see it on the sides. The bottom is pretty nice though, and the back actually looks really good too, but again, I think this was just a problem with this series of sets where the edge wear was so easy to occur. The Sceptile, again, I don't know if you can kind of see some minor scuffing, but if you can kind of see, well, I don't know if you can see through the camera, there's all these little like specks all over it where the hollow foil is coming through, a little bit of edge wear. Again, this is probably better than the one in my collection, but I think it may still be something that I want minted out in the future. And then this Cloyster, I think there was right here at the corner, if it'll focus in enough, we have a pretty nice little ding where it looked like it just kind of got bumped. That might have actually happened in shipping though, so hard to tell. So again, not really a big deal. Only 5 cards from the I don't know how many I ordered, 50 or so. Just have minor damage, and of course they do have a return policy, and I was so happy to work with them. I've traded in cards to Troll and Toad before. In fact, I actually traded in the same week that I traded into CoolStuffInc. I also traded some stuff into Untapped cards and Troll and Toad. Both CoolStuffInc and Untapped cards processed my order and gave me my trade credit, or in the case of Untapped games, I just took a payment for that one within 2 to 3 days. Troll and Toad, it's now been 2 weeks maybe, and I'm still waiting on them. So highly recommend, if you're looking for an alternative to Troll and Toad, definitely check out CoolStuffInc, as well as Untapped games. They're also very reputable as well. And from ordering from Troll and Toad in the past, I've experienced the same imperfections with condition. So please do not think anything wrong of them. Just by the 5 out of 50 plus cards having very, very minor damage, and most of it is just me being picky with, really wanting nice stuff in the collection. Technically, I think it would still, if I sent them into PSA, except for maybe that Cloyster, be considered near mint, just probably in the lower near mint range, so I'm really not going to fuss about that. Very happy to be able to swap out so many cards in my collection. We are going to continue with a Once Wednesday, where we're going to feature a card that I am still looking to replace on that list. So if you don't want to wait until then, because I'm only going to be looking at one card at a time, feel free to check out the site, TheCatsMeowth.com, where everything is listed. I have lots of, especially older things, first edition, shadowless, some of the older reverses too that are fairly difficult to find these days outside of just buying them in singles. So I hope everyone enjoyed somewhat of a different video. I know we don't have any openings coming up for a while, with Fates Collide coming out, or having already come out. I think we've opened everything with that, and I don't know if there's really any other. There's a few probably promo things that I've missed, but they just don't have them in stock around here. Haven't considered whether I just need to order them online, but at the same time, it's like, well, with passing of our cat, that's funds are a little slow, which is why I was actually selling some of these cards to other sites and to help kind of cover that cost. So, babbling is over. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I hope you will stay tuned for more. We are going to try and have some different videos coming up soon while we await another opening.